Oh, check this. This looks old. Is it just made to look old? That roof's old. Very old. This part, not that part, it's just an asbestos or tin roof. Can't tell from here. But look at the old bike. Old bike everywhere. Just old stuff. Hello, how are you? May I have a look? Alright, we'll go in here. Have a look and see what they've got. Bullhorn. What's that? Is that a safe? Oh, big old bottles up there. Lantern like I've never seen before, made in by each Yong of Singapore. A couple of old scooters. There's another lantern there that's broken. Wow, the old fan. Oh, there's some pretty good stuff in here. You know, if you like the old stuff, look at the mini little lamp there. That's probably only not even 8 inches high. And a Vespa. Good looking Vespa too. I'm not saying that that's old, but maybe it is. Don't know. Some sort of, oh, it's is that an old press? In amongst all the stuff. Okay, thank you, sir. As you can tell, I like looking at old stuff. Now, I've got to replace my battery in a second. Oh, here's one street art that I can show you, which is not on my list for tomorrow. But they have, see, it's not actually painted on the wall. That is all wrought iron that they've made there. And it says, it's hard to read, Grand Float Procession is held in the year of the tiger to wash away bad luck and bring great wealth and health. Armenian Street, Core Zone, Georgetown, World Heritage Site. And there's a picture of Georgetown. This is where we are. We are right now around about there. Nice. Ah, there's the racetrack. I've been there in another video, losing money on the horses. I've 3% battery left. See how much. I've got another battery. Don't worry. Another little temple there. Looks like might be a walk through to another temple, perhaps. But I'm not going in because just over the road there is a very ornate temple right there, the Yap Temple. Now, that might not be the Yap Temple, but on the building next to it, which is a very ornate building. It says the Yap Temple. There's another one on the corner there. Very, very nice. This one, that is an absolute beauty. It might be 24. Let me put you up. New battery installed. Let's continue on. A little street here, just with more of the same sort of building. Look at the doors on this one. You know, 99% sure they're not original, but oh, look at these tiny little houses. Man, little tiny little shop fronts. Wow, you'd be really crouching down next to those windows there. You'd be able to stand up in the middle, but there it is. Fu Chiong. And this one here, this is old. That's an old house. These are all old. Look at the little one in the corner there, just taking up, just using every square speck of space along this street, along this curved street. It's one of the few curved streets that I've seen. That's a cute little house tucked away there. Again, that'll be old, very old. Not saying it's the oldest one here, but look how ornate that is. Cheng Eng Tu Sun Yat-sen Museum, Penang. And so it should be. The front of it with all the little birds, maybe a book of literature. There's some scrolls up the end there. Right next door to the Mohan Club, Performing Arts Heritage Centre. But, oh, here we go. This is home of the most unique forms of Asian puppet theatre, iron rod puppets. Yeah, I've seen those before. Very cool. An old rundown house here with part of its roof missing. You can see straight up through to the sky there. And more information. Early Armenian merchants and communities settled here, but soon disappeared when the century-old Armenian church on Church Street was pulled down. Early Malay brazier making copper and brass products. Okay. The red flag and the white flag Malay secret societies were in this area. And a building through there. There's a tower. Is that part of the mosque? I'm not sure. Nice building there. Oh, look at this one on the corner. Ah, okay. We'll have to walk down here. I see columns. I can't walk past. You can't walk past columns out front of a building, can you? Oh no, I can't. It's now a looks like an ice cream shop. I wonder what it was back in the day. And here's another one of those buildings. I'm going to call them Art Deco, but oh, there you go. It's built in 1940. So does that make it Art Deco? I don't know, because as I said, I'm fairly ignorant on this sort of stuff. But I'm not ignorant on beauty, and that there is a beauty. There's no denying that. Again, Another street full of history. Your typical shop fronts or shop houses here in Penang and other parts of Malaysia and other parts in other countries in Southeast Asia. It's still raining a little bit, but man, it is hot now. Muggy, humid, very. Nice. And here is the tower that I saw. Yeah, it's got the speakers up there, so it'll be part of a mosque. Looks like it was built in 1808. Ah, very nice. So let's go and have a look. I'll get this rain off the screen. Typical architecture of a mosque. It's quite an impressive tower though. I like that. All the taps here for washing your feet. So I understand. There's another street just full of shop fronts all up there. And look at this one. This building down here. This reminds me a little bit of the buildings in Dalat, Vietnam. It has that the Swiss touch to it. I know it's not, so don't shout at me in the comments, but here's the rear of all the shop fronts that we saw before. That's nice, I like that. Here's one that's not in very good condition. I wonder if they will rebuild or dismantle. It looks in pretty sad state right at the moment, but hey, it could be done. I mean, it's woodwork can be rebuilt, and it's probably on a very solid foundation, concrete foundation, like for the lower floor, like this one that we can't see just there. But this building, it's quite nice indeed. Oh, there's another one. So this is another. So this is. I said before that I hadn't seen many buildings with wooden sections left. That's why, because over time they're going to deteriorate and they're going to need rebuilding. If you're not maintaining them constantly, they will need rebuilding. But here's one in a more classic shape, and we're still on the grounds of the mosque, which is right there, and mostly timber construction. Looks like it goes down into the ground, perhaps. And this little one here, let's walk down here. Here we go. Here we do go. Oh, this one doesn't look very good. The massive crack, big crack in the wall there. It gets worse and worse and worse as you go up. Pretty sure this here is going to say "Do not enter." Don't know, it's all in Malay, so I could probably go in and plead ignorance. But then again, I might get squashed by a falling wall. You can see it's all been supported by these props. Surely that's going to be demolished. I would suggest a bit more of it there. Yeah, it'll just be deteriorating by the day. I can't see this one coming back to life. all the bricks. I shouldn't even touch it actually. One touch, it could all collapse. Let's go somewhere else. Let's make this video even longer. Seamaster. I bought that water earlier on, and that's where it's going. Straight in the bin, because first time I've ever bought water and that tasted off. It literally tasted terrible. I don't know why. Oh, we've seen those. We've seen those, we've seen that. Alright, let's walk a little bit further. We might see something. Just walking down this little alleyway that I spotted. Not much here, but a little dome caught my eye. And nice little courtyard. And still nice houses. Very ornate. Look at the 4 or 5 down the end here. This is what caught my eye. Looks like it's now a car park for Pump Fitness. But this taking you up again. A small Hindu temple. And those houses, with all the pigeons hiding away from the rain. Don't blame them. I might hide here for a minute. I don't think the temple would mind too much. What's inside anyway? Very small. Possibly the nicest house on this little stretch. There's another one up there. This is nice. There's some graffiti. But here's another one of those street art in the wrought iron that I showed you just before. This one is the birthplace of Ahmed Rashid Talou, the first to write an original Malay novel with local setting and local characters. Interesting. And I wonder if he was born right there. Ahmed Rashid Talou. Is that where you were born, Ahmed? No, I'm not going to walk down there. Where am I? No. Okay. Twisted my arm. Little doorways there. Doorway to someone's apartment. Sort of lock on the front. And a bit of proper graffiti. Tree growing through the building there. An older mural that's been covered up by time. The tree's sort of breaking it apart. Won't be long, it'll be completely gone. Oh, that's is that Mother Teresa releasing a dove? It could be. More street art. A very gnarly looking fence that you wouldn't want to jump over anytime soon. And Not a lot else. More artwork. I'm going to guess, so from 2020. And this old building here. There's some very old buildings. This is down a little back alley. Okay, so that was the mosque on the other side of this concrete fence here. We might as well finish it. I'm going again. I just stopped to get out of the rain for a minute. I looked at the map and thought, oh, I know where I want to go, which is that way, right over there. Again, I'm walking in complete opposite direction just to see what is there. So another row of very, very old, possibly not shop fronts. They might have been back in the day. They might have been, you know, back in the 1920s, 1930s, 1940s. There's one more piece of street. Look at this. Hello, how are you? Another nice little windy street down there with one of the biggest palms I've ever seen in my life. That is enormous. My mother told me what they were once. East-west palm or something like that. It's the ones that are sort of just flat, like my hand, you know, just flat, and they fan out. Apparently they go in a certain direction. And very old, very faded, were probably very, very colourful in their day. And this caught my eye. That big mural there of a blacksmith wielding his hammer, and he's making something on the anvil, and going by the anchor there, I'm going to say something to do with a ship. How's that for intuition? I'm going to get squashed. More graffiti, more old houses. I can probably walk up this street and get to the same place that I wanted to be. But look at that, just a row, a complete row of, you know, this one here is just empty, the roof's gone, nothing left. Oh, it's been burnt, you can't see it, you guys can't see it, but all those beams in there are all charred, ready to fall in. Another one with these the green tiles. Now I saw those, we saw those on the building that I said looked like miniature columns, but I think that's a special technique used to put a coating or some sort of ceramic coating over whatever they put ceramic coatings on. I believe those little columns were the same sort of thing. I was going to say they were jade when I first saw them, but they obviously weren't. Well, as far as I know, maybe they were. Look at the shape of these little windows here. They're built like that from the beginning because they're shaped into the concrete. It's a timber. The shape of it is a timber, whatever you want to call it, set into the concrete, but the concrete's shaped like that, so it was obviously built like that from the beginning. First time I've seen one of these here is, you know, it's not a mosaic, but it's made of tile. You don't see that anytime soon. Look at this, the whole building. Was it an optical illusion? Is that column there? Is that thinner there than it is up the top there? Because that's all on an angle, all those shutters there. And I don't see how that's possible if they were vertical. I don't know. There's a world's smallest pussycato. Hey, pussycato. Hey, what you doing, hey? You're very small. Little baby. Oh, then you get very small. Hey? You want to scratch? You want to scratch? Obviously someone's house. I was just in their doorway petting their cat. Look at this door here. Again with the timber surrounds. That's the word I was looking for, surrounds. That nice looking door. A nice looking, you've got bars on the outside and the shutters on the, well, they're not shutters, they're just windows, solid timber windows that open up. Oh, and different shaped ones up here on this building here. Oh, nice. Very nice indeed. Very old, the old exposed brickwork up there. Quite plain. But could you imagine, back in the day, let's just have some fun and say these were built in 1920 and 1919 your neighbour says, I'm moving into one of those new places down on Teo Street or whatever it's called. They would be jealous moving into a brand new place along a street like this in the centre of Georgetown. And here's some more of those windows, or whatever they're called, whatever they are. I'm going to say there's some sort of ventilation in Carnarvon House. Very ornate door. Is that a temple? I don't know. Carnarvon House. I don't know. I think it might be a guest house. Oh, it is Airbnb. Superhost. Wow, imagine Airbnb in that joint. Yeah, all different shapes for the ventilation holes or whatever they are up there. For sale or rent. Wonder how much. Look again, look how crooked all the windows are. It's, I don't know. This street would have just been what was going. Hello, am I still there? Yeah, I'm still there. My screen went blank. I'd been talking that long. This street just would have been, the fashion of the day. This, when these were all new builds, it would have been, oh look, he's got those. He's got that sort of ventilation. And if it's not called ventilation, there's your standard sort of one there, your old school one, if you can see that. But it just would have been, what was going on a new building back in the day. The colours are great too. Here's another one of these street art things, and you've got to really look out for them. Oi, you call this a limousine? It was the place to go for Chinese books, stationery, coffins and paper effigies. All the pleasures of the material world can be reproduced in paper and burnt something. Used for gifts or the hereafter. Interesting. So this is so where we just were was Carnarvon Lane, and named after Lord Carnarvon, Secretary of State of the Colonies in 1876. Area was part of the old Malay Kampong village. So So was that? So he was secretary of this state for the colonies in 1876. That doesn't mean that these were built in 1876, and I highly doubt it. But I could be wrong. Could I ever be wrong? There's another corner building. Did we see that before? I don't think we did. I think that's another one. They sort of remind me of the area around wherever it is in Bangkok. That really touristy street. But anyway, the ones there are actually a lot larger. I'm going to walk down this way. Not sure if it's where I want to be. There's a whole street full of the very nice shop fronts down there. An impressive looking building way down there. But I spotted this pink one up here, and that's what we're going to go and have a look at. A whole row of nondescript little lean-tos. More than likely, I'm going to say, just used as storage by the businesses in the area. Well, this one's a little shop at the end, a mobile phone repair centre. That one's got air conditioning, so, but they're very small, and they're definitely little lean-tos attached to the side of another building. I'll go up here a bit further, and so much to walk around. Look, oh, you could spend days walking around here. Sure, you're going to see some of the same stuff over again, but you're always going to see something that makes you go, wow. And I've got a question, which I don't really understand this, is like you have all these shop houses along here, and then you come up to this one, which is another one which I'm calling Art Deco. So is that just a facade that's been, they've pulled the front of one of these down and just built it on there? That'd be my guess. And building on the corner here, which looks like it could have been a bank at some stage way back when. I don't know. There's the pink one. I'll get to that in a second. And then you got this one here. Quite a European look to it. The Chu Ki San Tong, 1915. Very different from all the other buildings. And look what I've just seen here. Oh, this pink house, just wait for a second. Look at this. Look at how ornate all those are. 1, 2, 3, 5 buildings there. All absolutely stunningly ornate. Really, really nice. Now they're going to be Chinese. I'm going to say they're Chinese only because of the whatever those parts there are called. Showing my ignorance big time, but very, very nice. And this is finally the pink house. Oh, look at that. Again, I'll have to, I'm looking for a date for starters. And so far there isn't one, but just there above the overhang, sort of, whatever you want to call that, the balcony area, I'm going to take you right up as far as you'll go. Whoa. see those? I can't. Very cool. And they're all the way along. I'll show you another one. I don't even know if you're in focus, you know, if I'm looking at the right thing, but you were looking at way up there, so I'm pretty happy I bought my big long selfie stick. It's use it like you would a selfie stick. Okay. I have found a date, and there it is, right there, 1937. So coming up to 100 years old. It's whatever that is, 88 years old. Not bad. Ooh, hang on a minute. So that one there is built in 1937. This one here is built in 1938. I don't know. I don't understand. Maybe they built it in sections and opened it up as they built it. Another beauty there, you can see, well you probably can't see, but I can, is all the Chinese fretwork right up the top there on that building, the brownish coloured one. Very nice. And a couple of old classic buildings here. That one there. Again, shop fronts. Just nice to look at. There's some stonework in there. And the New Age Asia Heritage Hotel again has that Art Deco sort of feel to it. Not saying that it is. Well, these two on the end here are a little bit different from what we've seen so far. Just different shapes above the windows there, and different style of window. Completely, you know, obviously they can be replaced. Yeah, they could have been shuttered windows originally, but yeah, they're aluminium. So, but the actual building itself, that's, you know, that's pretty old. Well, I could walk around here for days. I'm going to have a look and see where I am and figure out a plan. Back soon. The old sad looking building there. Some more of the artwork that you can see there. No single-use plastic. These here, very nice indeed. Oh, here's one up here with a almost a Tudor touch to it. Well, not really. And a couple of very nice buildings on this corner where I think I may have to turn. I'll have to check my map. Something Wuhan Q, but there might be something covered up there that I can't see. But another nice building there. So, oh, look at this, very, very cool, very cool. And this is Campbell House. Three stories high, so we're getting a little bit taller along this in this part of the town. Yeah, cool. Now, the Lian Senchan Penang branch would have to be, I'm guessing some sort of bank, and oh no, that's just the street number 108. Back to my map to see where I am. Yeah, this is interesting. This is interesting. Yeah, I honestly don't know if you're going to be able to pick it up, but the that column there. Let me do something. Hang on, 1 second. I don't have a level in amongst all the apps on my phone, but the base of that column right there is fairly level. The one next to it is not. Am I too far away from you to tell? Trying not to get squashed here. I am on the road, and there it is there. Now you can see, if you can see the window behind it, it's definitely all on a lean. Even up there you can tell, and it gets worse the further you go down. It is definitely on a big lean, and funnily enough, that half of the house or the building leans that way. It's all over the joint. It reminds me of Amsterdam. Oh, some more nice houses down there, shop houses. I need to walk this way. Oh, look at this. Check out this. Look at the front, the Nam Kang Hotel. I'd put you up there again. Hang on. Right up there. Wow. Wow. Could you see? I don't even know if you could hear me up there, but that was pretty impressive. That's maybe the most ornate, it's not even ornate, what's the word? You figure it out. One that I've seen so far here in Georgetown. Very, very nice indeed. The I really don't like the selfie stick. Sintra Heritage House. Lebu Chulia Street, Georgetown. The very nice colonial building way down there, but I'm not going down there, I'm afraid, because so much to see. Look, they may not look like much, and you may say they're all the same. Oh, look, they're all the same. They're all the same, but they're not. They're not. Each one has its own, small differences, different facades. Different. They're the one down there with the little finial up the top there, or filial, or whatever it's called. I'm going to go to show you that one, and then I'm going to do what I came to do. Chulia Heritage House hidden away down the back there. Not going in there, I'm nearly dead. I'm nearly worn out. That one there, like, old, probably, yeah. It's going to take a lot to fix something like that up. Yeah, if you were that way inclined and you felt the need to fix it up. But this is the one I just saw it at the end, and that's it there. That is a pretty nice, very nice actually. Has a completely different feel about it. Too, and the underneath the window ledges there, the small parts hanging down to look like draped curtains. Really, really cool. See if I can get a little bit closer without getting squashed by a very large bus. It's the Yang Keng restaurant. And all that done in, it's done in mosaic. I'm going up that way shortly. We'll be back in a second. Yeah, here's something different that I haven't seen in all of Georgetown. Has the Islamic touch to it. Maybe it is some sort of mosque. I don't know. And some flats. Another temple there. I haven't shown too many temples. That's quite a large one, and if you can see hidden away over the back there is the temple tower of another one. Again, I'm not going in just yet. I am so tired. I've been walking a long way, and it's been quite a long day. There you go. See that one there? I don't like it. No offence to the architect whatsoever. It's just not me, and I would prefer something like that. Now I know I've shown this one on a previous video, but I'm going to show it again. It's worth a look. The Hyab. Sorry if I got that wrong. I'm not sure. It's a restaurant. It's very cool. Rebuilt very nicely. So here's the building I've been looking for. I finally found it. I could have just come here in the first place and avoided all that walking. Cheers.
How long have you been here then?